Hey guys, it's Floki. Welcome to another episode on the Hermit Veteran server. I guess we really haven't had that many episodes, but we've had a couple episodes. So today, I got some inspiration from a kind of hike that I took over kind of sort of near my house today. So we're going to go through the Inspire, Test, Build system today and kind of show you one of my builds and kind of how it all came together. So first, let's jump over to Inspire. Hey guys, so this is my inspiration. I came here, this is at Millennium Park in Creve Coeur, Missouri. This is the Tappenmeyer house. This is a house that was built about 1880, 1886. Neat old house. I got to tour the inside of it a few weeks ago as well. Had no idea this was here, but really inspiring kind of neat house. Really common kind of house shape for the era. So the inspiration things, the things that I'm seeing here. First, you can kind of see, okay, I've got in terms of structure, in terms of build, I've got a very simple kind of rectangular shape, and I've got additional rectangles on the side. You basically have additions on the side of this, okay, that are different sizes. So it kind of breaks it up. If you look at the top roof line up there, you can see where actually there's a further addition to the back as well. So you have this interesting shape to this building. Second thing to look at here is color palette. Obviously, we've got white as kind of our base, and then we've got red and green as our additional. So if you look at some of the details here, we've got dormers up at the top, which are these windows on the second story. I also have kind of a really neat porch on this as well out front. Again, kind of a reddish roof to it, and then we've got like these kind of slender posts out front, and we've got green shutters. And yeah, so those are the kind of little details and things that really inspired me. You can see here that we've got basically a stone foundation. Yeah, this was really inspiring. I really liked it. I found some pictures of it on the internet as well that really kind of helped when I was sitting there building it. But yeah, on the next step. Okay guys, so we're in my testing world, and here I was going and trying to at least figure out my color palette. So, I was trying to go and make this clapboard look, and remember the other things that we saw. So we saw kind of a white clapboard with some red accents and some green shutters. So green and red are complementary colors, so they work really quite well. Christmas, thank Christmas. So that is kind of what I was playing with. And so one of the great things, in case you didn't know, clapboard, the boards that kind of go across the house that are white are really well modeled by the quartz pillars just thrown on their side. Turns out really nice, kind of has a nice clapboard look. Now, this isn't testing, this is plain. So these are kind of the things that I figured out while I was in here. I kind of I thought about the windows possibly being using the acacia fence, again that red or orange, and I used acacia slabs for the little short porch roof. And I kind of was looking at, well, what should I make this, remember this it had a stone base to this house, and I'm like, well, it could be sandstone, and really sandstone probably could work. It's pretty close in color though, really close in color to the white quartz. So I decided, what, let's go with cobblestone. It's pretty basic. You can kind of throw in some gravel. If you just throw in some gravel, it actually kind of mixes, seriously, gravel. If you take some gravel and mix it in, it kind of breaks it up a little bit. Actually, gravel almost makes a better cobblestone than cobblestone does. You can throw a little bit of stone in there, or maybe some stone bricks to kind of, make the texture look a little more interesting. So, and then I was thinking about using, oak for this very front and some birch for this. And this is what remember we mentioned, I talked about the those really thin pillars on the porch. I think the best way to do that is actually with end rods, which the end just open up. So that works out nicely. I thought about doing something like this with the diorite. It's just too thick. It just doesn't look right. So I'll go now to showing you guys the build and everything else that goes with it. This is kind of just getting the palette together. You know what I mean? It's kind of what I'm doing in my testing here. So let's go take a look at the build. Okay, guys, we're back on Hermit Veterans, and it is storming, so yeah, there are gonna be some thundering sounds. So this is kind of the finished exterior portion of this build. I have done some additional detailing, but a lot of the things that we saw kind of carried through here. So I kind of changed it up. I ended up using sandstone for this base, and I made these windows a bit bigger, which actually kind of looked a lot nicer. If you remember, the windows in the actual house were closer to two wide by three tall. So that really ended up looking nice. Used some fence gates up here that are red. They're on the acacia fence gates for some detail work up here. If you remember in the actual build, it actually had some little cute little details up there along the roof. I've got that there. Used the acacia on the sides over here for a little more detailing. Okay, next thing, remember that form? We talked about a rectangle with additional rectangles attached. Wow, guys, the boom. So I've got this main rectangle, which is the old building, and then I have essentially an addition over here that's one square rectangle, and I've got a second rectangle over here that's like in another addition. Like, oh, we should go and add a kitchen over here. This is the interior is not done yet. I need a little more inspiration on exactly how I want to do the kitchen. But the main room here is done. I've also made it, upstairs, but this has not been done either. I need to have a little bedroom up here. So yeah, so I think this turned out really nice. Oh, also, if you look around the back, there also is a little porch back here. I didn't show this in the first video, but there also was a cute little porch on the back as well in this cute little nook. Also, kind of going off my inspiration, my favorite thing for going, my favorite trip vacation is to the beach. Absolutely love the beach. So I tried to model the beach and the dunes. And so there's always these red flowers that are buried in the dunes. I kind of put those in there. Those are some of the nether stem thingy bobbers. I don't know, the roots, nether roots. I don't know. They look cool. So yeah, that is this build. I still have a couple little details still to deal with. Up in there is not quite done yet. I realize that now as I'm looking at it. And the booms. This also operates as my villager breeder right now too, which is kind of cool. Hard to see, but I've got my villagers in there with some crops. And on the other side, right through that little door right there, there is a hatch that goes to some beds. Yep. And so little baby villagers, when I actually have this open so that they pathfind and want to have babies, will actually go down in the hole, down in the basement. And so I've started accumulating some villagers down here. I've accumulated a lot of villagers down here. That's why I had to shut it off. It was getting insane. Anyways, guys, that's what I've got for you today. I definitely have other things to show you. And really, it'd be nice to not have the thunderstorm while it's happening. But, things happen. Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys later.